Miko?
Oh, hey, RC. I was just...
Aren't we a little close to the edge?
Heights don't scare me.
Bulkhead's coming along just fine. Thanks mostly to your efforts. But he needs a friend right now, not a drill sergeant.
No offense, but I came up here for some privacy.
I understand what you're going through. If you ever want someone to talk to...
I'm fine, okay? I'm not the one Hardshell tried to scrap.
Miko, it's rough when someone you care about gets hurt. Closing yourself off from feeling won't help anyone.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yes. I would.
Transformers Prime aired on November 26, 2010, and as of this month, the show is officially a decade old. Up until this show, I had only seen about several Transformers series, that being the original from the 80s, Beast Wars, Transformers Armada, and Transformers Energon, though I'd never actually finished Armada and Energon at the time as I didn't actually own the complete series on DVD. While I did enjoy the original series, I never really loved it enough to rewatch it on a regular basis, aside from the movie. Beast Wars, on the other hand, to this day is my favorite Transformers series of all time, but then Transformers Prime came along, and to say that it is a very close second would probably be an understatement for me. I had nothing to prepare me for the series except for a teaser poster I saw in, of all things, a magazine, and I spent like 2 hours trying to find the original poster or the article that I'd found in that magazine all those years ago, but I couldn't find anything about it on Google. But I remember that it was one of those posters where if you fold the page in a specific way, it creates another image. And upon folding the page, it revealed Optimus Prime's face and the name of the series, because instead of saying Transformers Prime on the poster, it was if anybody remembers this, please say something, but it was one page was all the Autobots excluding Optimus, and the other side was all the Decepticons excluding Megatron, and there was an excerpt written at the bottom, and then if you fold the pages together, then it reveals Optimus's face and it says Transformers Prime. That was really awesome to me at the time. Excited for a brand new Transformers series, I eagerly waited for the series to air, but I didn't actually have cable at my house. But maybe a whole year later, my dad came home one day with a DVD copy of the first 5 episodes of the series, being Darkness Rising. My brother and I sat down and watched the first episode of the show, and it immediately introduces you to the characters of RC and Cliffjumper, with RC being one of my favorite G1 characters at the time. Don't really know why. Anybody ever realize that Cliffjumper is totally voiced by The Rock in episode 1, by the way? I rewatched the series a few years ago, and I realized, oh my god, that's Dwayne Johnson. We need Dwayne Johnson in another Transformers series at some point. Anyway, Cliffjumper is ambushed by a group of Decepticon Viacons and captured and brought to Starscream. The two exchange some witty banter before Starscream abruptly ends the conversation by brutally murdering Cliffjumper by stabbing him through the spark with his own fingers. At that exact moment, my brother and I realized that this series was going the Beast Wars route of not holding back at all on the brutality and the dark tones of this series. When someone dies in this show, they do not come back, and this is hammered into our brain when Megatron shows up in the second episode, and he uses Dark Energon to resurrect Cliffjumper, but he just turns into a bloodthirsty, brainless zombie who continues to scream and hate after Megatron literally slices his body in half and pushes him off a cliff like Darth Maul. To be blunt, basically, Transformers Prime is one of the darkest Transformers shows of all time, if not the darkest. The fights are brutal, the characters have depth, the emotional, quiet moments are more than earned, and the few character deaths that are in the series come out of nowhere and are heart-wrenching every single time. Apart from Cliffjumper's death in episode 1, I'm not going to spoil any other deaths in the series, as if this show is something that every Transformer fan needs to see, and if you haven't yet, any way you can watch this series, I highly recommend it. The human characters, thank the Lord, do not hold the series back whatsoever, and even the most arguably annoying character is the one that will hopefully grow on you before Season 1 is even over. Jack's character arc from Season 1 to Season 3 is almost day and night, and his relationship with RC is my personal favorite of the 3 friendships the humans have with their Autobot partners. Not to see the others short, of course. Raphael and Bumblebee are both fun-loving, adventure-craving tech heads, and as Raph slowly starts to warm up to Ratchet, the two bring out the best in each other. And then there's Miko and Bulkhead, and while Jack and RC see may have my personal favorite dynamic, Miko and Bulkhead have by far the most emotional, with the two of them having several moments in basically every season that brings them closer together and makes the other stronger. I've never seen a Transformers series use its human characters with the Autobots like this in such an organic way before, but admittedly I'm yet to get around to finally watching Transformers Animated. I wanted to make this video for now just to get my general thoughts and feelings about Prime out of the way in time for the series' 10th anniversary, but if anyone wants to see me go more in-depth where I can possibly talk about spoilers or discuss why I think certain parts of the show work as well as they do, I would love to do another few videos on Prime in the future. I mean, heck, Miko and Bulkhead's relationship could definitely warrant a video of its own, and that idea itself is tempting enough to me. Leave a comment below or a like if you'd like to see more videos on Transformers Prime or the franchise overall of Transformers, and if you really do want to see more videos like this in the future, why not subscribe to the channel so you know you're not missing out on anything. Any support you can give helps. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.